Hey guys, what's up? Emo Cat Dad here, hanging out with you, doing another Emo Cat Dad Listens. Now, if you're new here, what Emo Cat Dad Listens is every day of 2024, I have vowed to listen to a new artist every day. So, as you can see up there, today's artist is Little Peep, who I had not checked out before. So I check out 4 songs from their discography, give you my quick thoughts on what I thought of the songs after one listen, rank them, and give you kind of a brief overview of my thoughts on the artist from what I've heard. So as I said, today's Little Peep. So what I know of Lil Peep is he's an emo rapper that blew up after his untimely death at a young age as a result of a drug overdose. I've seen lots of, YouTube videos about Lil Peep. I know the Madden brothers did lots of talks about him and how troubled he was. So I know kind of a vague overview of him as a person. But let's check out these tracks he made. So the first one I listened to was called Beamer Boy, and it was off his California Girls mixtape. And my first takeaway is emo rappers love dropping Death Note lore. I had heard the correlation between emo and anime before, and Sueko had that song that had the Death Note line, and Lil Peep drops it on here. I was very confused at the first part of the song because he seemed to be rapping about girls, cars, and money. Obviously, song being called Beamer Boy. And I was like, wait, I thought, he was very troubled and, he always rapped about, his issues. And then, of course, later on in the song, you realize that he's using those things as an example of what people expect from him. And even though he has access to those things now, he's lonelier than ever, basically. And it's very heart-wrenching to hear humans say that he doesn't feel like he can be himself because people have these expectations of him. All right, next up, we went over to the Come Over When You're Sober Part 1 album, and I listened to Save That Shite. You ain't getting nothing that I'm saying, don't tell me you ain't. So on this one, I didn't love his flow as much as on Beamer Boy. However, the production from this track, compared to the previous one, is miles ahead. But, overall, did we need a 20-second fade out? I don't think so. So, unfortunately, now we're going to go to his 2 biggest songs, which, unfortunately, both came out posthumously. The first of which is Falling Down, which came out on the Come Over When You're Sober Part 2 album. There was lots of spoken word parts about Peep's death. I'm assuming that was the feature artist XXXTentacion, whose name I have heard but never listened to their music. I know they were kind of also an emo rapper, but kind of had some big tracks in the rap scene as well. But the coolest part about the song was definitely the hook, which Lil Peep wrote and sang. All right, and finally, we're going to look at Star Shopping, which I don't believe was on an album. We're right here. I'll be back in the morning. Production was kind of down on this one, so I'm guessing this was probably like a demo that they just crafted, but it's got his most streams. It's this one and Falling Down both hit over 1 billion. This one has slightly more. And this is the song where you can tell that Lil Peep was really going through a lot. He has a line in the song that basically states that music was the only thing keeping him from falling to pieces, which reminds me of that old Velvet Revolver song, if you remember that band, called Fall to Pieces, about, lead singer Scott Weiland of Stone Temple Pilots fame's drug use. And knowing what had happened by the time the song was released, of course, it just, it made me pretty sad. And, of course, basically all these songs, really, they all had the theme of loneliness. And when you're feeling that lonely and depressed, it's not surprising that he sought out something that would, make him not feel that way as much. So while editing this, I realized I didn't actually rank the songs, despite telling you guys I would. My bad. Let's just do this quickly now. with less thoughts because I don't remember what I already said in the video. So number one, we're putting Fallen Down with XXXTentacion. It was the catchiest song, and the hook I loved. Number two, we'll go Beamer Boy. The production wasn't great, but it was early on when he was doing the bedroom SoundCloud stuff, so I'm fine with it. And most importantly, it didn't have a 20-second outro like the other two songs did. At three, we'll do Save That Shit. Solid lyrically. And four, Star Shopping. It's unfortunate that this is one of the more recent things. I just don't think it was finished enough. But I'm surprised everyone loves it so much and has the most streams. Anyways, back to me from, I don't know, like an hour ago at this point. R.I.P. Lil Peep. You are extremely talented. At least you seem to work a lot while you were here. So hopefully your fans will continue to get music from you every so often. All right, guys, that's it for this one. I don't really have much familiarity with emo rap, so if you want to hit the comments and give me suggestions of that, that's cool. If you don't like emo rap, though, that's fine too. You can suggest a band or, you know, a artist, whatever. I'm down for whatever. I got so many more of these days to go, so I appreciate any and all comments. If you're new here, thank you so much for checking out this video. Appreciate it. There's a backlog of, you know, 2 weeks or whatever at this point. So make sure you check those out as well. But if you're only going to do one thing for me, I need you to do this. I need you to cut my wrists and hit subscribe. Emo Cat Dad out. Peace, y'all.